to the wall, so that I really had to ask myself, why am I here on this planet, and why am I experiencing these things that I don't really want, and what can I do about this? So I'm kind of grateful after some time that these things happened, and I gained so much understanding about everything. I was also like never happier than I am now, and I never was respecting myself as much as I do now. I wasn't feeling content if I look truly into myself for a couple of years. Events pushed me that I have to look into myself. That's why I think also there is a reason the things that happened, and I just didn't know at the time what it was. And I realized now that I was really not loving myself and respecting myself much, and I made so many compromises where I didn't have to, in the form of the sickness or any other undesired events. So, be aware your body is going to express suppressed emotions at some point. Why do we go against ourselves? It's very simple actually, because we learn that there is a certain way how things should be done. There are certain ways how the society is functioning, and there are certain ways how should be behaving, and so on. The thing, however, is that your spectrum of reality is very limited, and so we are all living in very different realities in terms of what's possible. Doing and where she's working, and she always has to go a couple of times for interviews until she gets the job and so on. But there are people that live in completely different situations, can be worse and can be better, but you have to understand your reality is shaped from what you believe is possible for you so far, and it's where you're sitting right now. So if we want to break out of this reality, we have to start to think differently, and to believe different things, and to show up differently, and to decide differently, so that finally we free ourselves out from the situations or the life that we don't really want to live. There is no limits, and there is nothing that the way it has to be. It's all in our heads.